Texas. Daily. Woo! I just felt something when I hit that note. Which I had somebody echo like they do in Texas and say, daily. Daily, daily, daily. Daily I share. Think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it. Worship. Feed all of our sick and shed in bereaved families everywhere. Oh, daily I share. What about it, Zion? Help me today. Worship the Lamb of God. What did he do? Die for me. Yeah. Who extended what kind of mercy? Ellis. Getting ready for Holy Week here. Daily I shall. You can just hold your seats now. Worship thee. I'm preaching a series of messages that God has given to me. Part 1 this morning, part 2 this 11 o'clock service. Broken to be blessed. And you need to really keep up with this series. I say God has given it to me. If you believe it, you're going to make your way here each time I'm trying to preach it, because the Lord is going to bless you. You have not been blessed like God is getting ready to bless you. I just said something. I don't think many of y'all got that. Let me see. Some folks over here, did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? I said, you have not been blessed, nephew, like you're going to be blessed. I decree it all over this room. What's the matter with y'all? I'm decreeing. Boy, somebody giving you a gift, you gonna look that sad? Somebody gonna bless you, you gonna look that sad? You ain't seen nothing yet up there in that night. Do you believe it? 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 Wave at me if you believe it. Let me know you believe it. Let me know you believe it. Talking to you in radio land, you watching this telecast. God is getting ready to open a door for you that no man can shut. I'm into the prophetic. God is getting ready to do something for your church, man. God is getting ready to do something for that family that the enemy is trying to divide. Move in close, tighten me all the way up so they can see my big eyes with the Holy Ghost. Tell them, God is getting ready to do it now. Somebody say now. The devil is a lie. Somebody say now. Devil is a lie. God's gonna do it, and you're gonna call this church. Let me know God just did it for you even now. Thank you, choir, for such beautiful worship on today. Let me pick up in the 25th verse. Then I want to move backwards to the first verse. Now when he saw that he did not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip. My Bible may read slightly different, but just hang on in here with me. And the socket of Jacob's hip was out of joint as he wrestled with him, and he said, let me go. Let me go. Let me go. But he said, I would let you go, but the day is breaking. Y'all heard Bishop Dawson last Sunday preach the same thing I preached. And y'all don't believe me, so God sent another prophet right in here to tell you the same thing. But he said, I will not let you go until you bless me. Verse 1 of chapter 32, not theologically correct, but Holy Ghost inspired. Verse 1, so Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. When Jacob saw them, he said, this is, my Bible says, and I want to preach from this, God's camp. He called the name of that place Mahanaim. This is God's camp. All the church said amen. Need your prayers, intercessors. Well, my intercessors, nobody's sleeping on this message. I tried to encourage you this morning that Jacob realized that he had a problem. Crises. I mentioned to you, let me just reiterate a couple of things to get me out the yard. That the enemy does not like togetherness. Jacob and Esau was at it for a long time. Brothers, is that right? I mentioned about my sons and other sons and families that work together. The enemy don't like it. I said to Ellis, you wasn't here, that it would be a desecration to my pastorate and my ministry for however long the Lord allows me to live and shepherd his people. If my four sons, Isaac, that'll be watching more, Jonathan, Michael, William Jr., did not try to preserve my legacy. After all the years of labor and hard work, teaching them, working with them, it would be a disaster. I'd probably get out of my grave and come back and get them. If they would allow, now if you haven't been taught nothing, you would expect something. But I tried to teach them, whatever comes, the family's got to learn to stick together. Family's got to learn that. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. Family, because the attack is on the family. Do y'all believe that? You ain't never seen families breaking up like they're breaking up now. You can't hardly trust your wife, your husband, your cousin, your mother-in-law, outlaw, father-in-law, brother-in-law, whoever you. People just don't realize that the attack, Travis, is on. So they allow the enemy to devour, to separate, to steal. Dr. Starling, bless her, always helping me and others in my ministry, and I thank God for people that help me in my ministry. I remember something she said one time to me. She said, Bishop, the chief, I think I can say it right, chief aim of Satan, and it stuck with me, is to conquer and divide. Did y'all hear what I said? Chief weapon, trustee, is to conquer and divide. Jacob had been struggling all of his life, not just with Esau, if you will, but Jacob, like most of us, had a problem with himself. And none of us want to admit, oh, I feel like preaching, this headache out of me. Sitting up in here acting like you ain't got no problem. None of us won't admit it, baby. None of us want to admit it. Look how you look. You don't want to admit it. 99.9. Did I get it, psychologists? Of all of us I got a problem.